Hey boss, I was wondering if you had any double shifts or triple shifts. Yeah, I'll be there in the next half an hour. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Altcoin Era, and at the moment I have to be honest, I can't be blowing smoke up your, I have to be honest. Right now it's not looking good at all. Altcoins are down, they're down severely at the moment, but you know what? We love distressed assets. Distressed assets are the best thing to find. It's so bad out there that a lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are capitulating. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a moment where we double down. We don't just leave and run away, even if it takes us a long time. The herd is now going after Vitalik because Vitalik chose to sell some of his assets. He had 1.8 billion in 2021. Now he has 600 million ETH. And now the herd is after Vitalik. He once said my public cold wallet with 325,000 ETH is like 90% of all the money I have. Vitalik doesn't even own a car. Yet the herd has gone after Vitalik for choosing to take profits. Traders are allowed to take profits, but devs are not allowed to take profits. He's made the second biggest crypto project in history, and yet he's not allowed to take profits. We all should take profits in our altcoins, in every endeavor that we make. Here is a tweet, and it says the following: I didn't think that this place could get even more toxic than it already is. But the bashing of Vitalik for doing what he wants to do with his ETH is a new low. ETH at the moment is having a very tough time. And I'm going to discuss the comparisons between Ethereum and Solana and some L1 protocols. At the moment, we have the US spot ETF for Ethereum, and it's just zero. Currently, it's at zero. We have Ethereum and the net flows is currently 0.000 and more zeros. There's no inflows or outflows at this moment of time. Bitcoin slips back to 58,000 in a continued desultory action, but next week could offer upside excitement. It's been a rough August, with the world's largest crypto is set to close this month with a double-digit percentage loss. There's been a notable pattern of prices rising during Asian hours and then falling during US hours over the past couple of weeks. As you can see here, these are the trading hours, the US hours, the EU hours, and the Chinese hours. And as you can see here, every time America sells the rip and China buys the dip. BTC is currently at 58,000 US dollars. And if I go to the monthly, I'll show you this. The monthly doesn't look good. We broke past 59,000, which was my point of control. If we don't hold, which we didn't in the month of August, then we could see a reversal pattern. This is massive buying pressure. We might go to this wick right down here at 49,000 US dollars. As of now, we were meant to consolidate just above 59,000. However, that did not happen. So therefore, we could see a downturn. Now, remember, September has always probability wise been a bearish month for BTC. Here is a better illustration. In the month of September, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months on average were down compared to 1, 2, 3 months on average were up. My target for BTC still stands. And as you can see, we made higher lows after higher lows after higher lows after further higher lows. And again, we made higher lows. But this time, we didn't even have enough energy to get to my target of 66,000 US dollars. We stopped around 65,000 US dollars, and then we had a massive dump. Here is a chart of BTC illustrating the retail investors from $0 to 10,000 US dollars in the last 30 days. As you can see right here, we made the second lowest bottom. There's no demand right now for retailers in BTC at these prices. This is the BTC realized price warm supply. And if we don't reclaim 66,000 US dollars, then this is an indication that we have more downside. We may be entering a prolonged bear market. Yet there is a glimmer of hope. Previously, this downturn right here was for a few months. However, this was the massive bear market. It's time to delve into Ethereum. And Ethereum at the moment is really getting a lot of criticism, like a lot of criticism. Even Vitalik has spoken about this situation. He's not a fan of DeFi, and the DeFi community have lashed out on Vitalik. Honestly, I haven't seen the sentiment of Ethereum this badly in a very long time. Normally, what happens is two cases. Ethereum bounces back, or Ethereum continues to bleed. As you can see right here, Ethereum is literally doing a carbon copy of 2016 cycle. We had January, green month, February, green, March, green, and so on and so forth. The month of September for Ethereum in 2016 was green. So in 2024, let's see if we're going to have a bounce for Ethereum. The sentiment is so bad at the moment. Check this tweet. November 2022, Bitcoin bottomed at 14,000. Ethereum bottomed at $800 and Solana bottomed at $8. Fast forward to 2024, BTC has peaked at 74K, Ethereum peaked at $4,100, Solana peaked at $210. We have been in a bull run for 2 years. What on earth do you mean wait until retail gets here? You are retail. We've been here. No one else is coming to buy your bags. It's over. Just accept it. I have to completely disagree with this gentleman, only for one reason. Where's retail? Where are they? BTC went up all the way to 69,000, 74,000 US dollars, yet retail is staggering behind. The views are dwindling. They're in the same period as 2021. And we're at the all-time high, ladies and gentlemen. We're close to an all-time high. We're like 30%, 25% away from the all-time new high. Normally, when we see retail step back in, then of course we form a higher high. Yet right now, that's not the case. Right now, we're at the same level as 2021, just before the meteoric rise of BTC and crypto in general. Here is a chart of Total 3, and Total 3 looks exactly like this right now, what we're playing out. It looks exactly the same. We're heading down into this channel and we're oscillating between this area. Total Market 2 playing out exactly the same. Matter of fact, let me show you on the weekly, and then I'll show you a clearer picture. It looks exactly the same. We formed a higher low right here. We made an initial blow of top right here. Then we made a higher low. Then right here, initial top, we made a higher low. Soon after, we made a bounce off the channel, and then we had a recessionary scare. Playing out exactly the same. Now, I know everyone wants to say it's different this time, but what if it's not different? It's just playing out exactly the same way. I'm going to compare Solana with Ethereum, and remarkably, it looks eerily similar. I bought Solana for a mere $20. I also bought Ethereum back then for a mere $150. From the wick low to the wick high, we went up 10,000% against BTC during the bull run of 2020. Likewise, Ethereum showed the same characteristics with its Ethereum BTC pair. From wick all the way to wick, we went up 2,170%. Let's take another look at Solana. Solana went down and had a bear market. From wick to trough, we went down 89%. Likewise, Ethereum, same thing, all very similar. We went from wick to trough, we went down by 89%. Looks eerily similar, don't you think so? From September 2019 all the way to the very peak, we went up 446%. Let's have a look at Solana. From wick to peak, we went up 521%. Ethereum made a peak here, another peak here, another peak here, and then another peak here. So what happened after? We kept on making higher lows after higher lows after higher lows. So we're going to zoom in and we're going to extrapolate this information right here and we're going to overlay it into Solana. Likewise, Solana, same thing. One peak here, second, third, and then a fourth peak. As you can see, we headed downwards during this period. If we extrapolate this information, then maybe, just maybe, we're going to head downwards into the Sol BTC pair. But let's find some rationality between this. Let's find some symmetry and some reasoning between this. We're going to add the Fed funds rate. This is the chart of Ethereum's USD price. If you look very closely, we rallied during a pause. This is the pause during the period of December 2018 to July 2019. Likewise, we have the same situation playing out again. Ethereum rallied during the pause between July 2023 till September 2024. Now let's have a look at Solana. Solana also did the exact same thing. During these rate hikes, Solana literally went sideways. It was not until we had a pause that Solana continued to go on higher and higher and made its meteoric gain of 20x. Solana has never ever been in an interest rate cycle. The only data point that we can use right now as of today is Ethereum's price action during 2017. Ethereum had a decline in price once the Fed funds rate went down to 1.5%. If we extrapolate this information and use this data point, then Solana will be heading downwards during the rate cuts. Ethereum during the rate cuts went down a whopping 69%. So let's extrapolate that information and overlay it with Solana. If Solana continues to follow the same trajectory as Ethereum, then we could see a price drawdown of 69%, which gives us $63.90. Interest rates are about to come on September the 24th. This time, it could be different. We could head up higher. However, history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Ethereum is having a very harsh time at the moment. Yet the charts look very bullish indeed. The Solana and Ethereum chart is making a falling wedge. This, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in many previous videos, has peaked against this Ethereum pair. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fake out. My next target is right over here. It won't happen overnight. It will take some time. Ethereum is going to outperform Solana in a few weeks, in a few coming months. If you're new to this channel and this is the first time you've ever been here, this is the price I was buying Solana at. And this is the price I was telling folks to buy Solana. No one wanted Solana at these prices. Put this on your calendar and mark this on your calendar. This is going to be very pivotal. We have Friday. On this Friday, on the 6th of September 2024, we're going to get the non-farm. We're going to get the non-farm payroll. That's going to be very pivotal and important. Remember, if it's bad news, then that means we're going to get a further interest rate cuts. That's going to be very bullish for the market. If, however, the data in the non-farm payroll shows that jobs are increasing, then we're going to be in a state of higher for longer. Remember, the quicker the Fed cut interest rates, the more bullish it's going to be for crypto. My next target is going to be a slow bleed to this area of $54,588. Shortly after, we're going to find out if the data is bullish or it's bearish. Let's talk about altcoins, and we're near the bottom. It will take maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3, maybe 4, but we're near the bottom. I can't tell you the exact bottom as of now, but I'll keep you updated. I'm going to let you know I'm good at catching falling knives. At the moment, altcoins are down precipitously. This is the top 100 and they're down on the weekly. Some are partially up on the monthly, but in general, they're all down. Even the hourly, they're down at the moment. As you can see right now, as of Sunday, this is the weekly, we're down 2%. And the general market, Ethereum is down another 2.5%. You have Solana, it's down massively. I did tell folks, wait for lower prices, but you didn't want to listen. In general, people are starting to de-risk. This, ladies and gentlemen, was just a fake out. This was a fake out right here. And now folks are beginning to de-risk. This is the weekly, ladies and gentlemen. So this is on a higher time frame. And as you can see right here, we've broken past this accumulation range. This was a massive accumulation range. And now participants are starting to de-risk. They're starting to realize that it's not safe outside. My next target for Matic is right over here at 25 cents. If we don't hold, ladies and gentlemen, then of course, this is thin air. Did mention this. If we don't hold, ladies and gentlemen, then this is all thin air. And the next meteoric crash could be, I don't think it will head there anytime soon. But crypto has a harsh tendency of making you capitulate. We made some good gains in our private members from Phantom. We shorted here. We also are near our target. Remember, right here was my target. Remember this, BVM is hitting close to my target. My range was right here. If you don't believe me, check this video. We head right over here and we're making a right shoulder. Simple as that. You break the neckline, that's it, we're in trouble. And I also said the same thing with Arbitrum. I said Arbitrum done the same thing. Initially, it had a massive pump from here to here. We had a huge pump and I was there. I was right there. I remember. So it went up 57% for a large cap. Bear in mind, Arbitrum was like top 50, top 100 on the first day of trading once it got launched. Then we headed back down and had a monumentous dump from here to here. No, it doesn't end there. From here to here, we dropped how much? 59%, 58%, 60% drawdown. So what do you think is going to happen with BVM? Same thing, nothing new. It just recently came out. So I could see this drop 87%, 88%, around 80%. Like this coin is going to head lower and it's going to head much lower. I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow. We're going to have a massive drawdown tomorrow. No, these things take time. They take time. Nothing goes up in a straight line and nothing goes down in a straight line. So I could see BVM doing a staircase pattern, just very simple, going like this, hitting this trend line 4 minutes at support and then heading back down and then just doing a staircase pattern, slowly but surely going back down. Then the real buyers with real conviction step in and buy. Right now, there's a whole load of tourists involved that's trying to make a quick buck. After that, the real buyers are going to step in. And once they do, that's going to be the floor price. BTC price targets currently at $57,683. And we're down 2% as of now. I was right multiple times. I did say this again and again. I even put on this hat. It's there for a reason. I initially put on the hat during this period right here. We were heading into a decline. That's why I noticed. That's why I put this on. You can check the timestamps. It's all timestamped. BTC unfortunately could not break the middle of the range and we're heading to this area right here. My next target is at $54,413. Thereafter, we might see a small bounce and then head to this area. This is my point of control, and this is where we're going to definitely target this area. I know that we're going to target this area and this wick. BTC is heading to my trend line right here, like a moth heading to the light. We should see a bounce and hopefully buyers step back in during this area. If they don't, then we're going to wick right here and head down to my long to medium target of $43,000 US, and 41,000 US dollars. Participants are going to lose their shirts when this happens. They're all going to capitulate and lose their shirts. Bear in mind, we buy the red candles. We buy and DCA into moments like this. Ethereum price targets currently at $2,450.44, and we're down 2.58%. As you can see here, we didn't break this trend line. I initially thought that we're going to fill the gap during the CME gap in Ethereum, which was at 3,000 US dollars. It's not happening at the moment. However, I do believe Ethereum is going to outperform BTC. I think we got to its final BTC pair, and I think we've bottomed or very, very close to the bottom. Ethereum is heading down at the moment. If it doesn't hold this trend line, then we're heading to this area at $2,288.77. However, if we don't hold this area, then of course we're heading to this area of 1,695. But there is a caveat. It's not doing it anytime soon. Remember, everything doesn't go up in a straight line and nothing goes down in a straight line. I think we will bounce once again, get to this trend line, and then fall down into here at 2,000 US dollars. Thereafter, another final moment where the confluence is right here at $1,690. If we break this trend line with confirmation, ladies and gentlemen, thereafter we can head over to higher pastures. Solana price targets. Do I really need to remind you where this is going? Here's a video I done weeks ago. Okay, let me show you a chart of Solana, and this is going to be kind of controversial, to be fair. So this is a chart right now, and this chart, it's not the best textbook perfect chart. It's a triple top. So we have a triple top, and a triple top is basically a distribution. I don't know if you can see. Try to zoom in. I tried to download a better image, but I couldn't get it to scale. So a triple top is normally you have a first top, second top, and a third top, and then finally breaks the neckline, and then we go to the lower ranges. As you can see here, top 1, top 2, and top 3. Again, top 1, top 2, and top 3. And again, top 1, top 2, and top 3. We have top 1 here, top 2 here, and top 3 here. This right here feels to me as distribution. So we may head higher, slightly higher, and then head back down. Oh, before I go and head over to do my triple shift, make sure you add me on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, you name it. But no, seriously, honorable mentions is right here. I want to show you. We made some gains here. Okay, and then we made some more gains on Bobcat. We made some more gains on SYS, on our private. We made a lot of gains, and we're continuing to make gains. It doesn't matter. We make money on the upside and on the downside. Head over to my website. Link is in the description below. Head over to the pricing plan, and there, my friends, will help you gain some alpha. I know right now you're hurting, but there are plenty of people making money in this market. I promise you. I live in the UK, and I just believe that UK is a dumpster. I don't care if you want to unsubscribe, go unsubscribe. I'm just telling you the truth. GDP in the UK has been the same since 2008. Matter of fact, the GDP of the entire Eurozone has been the exact same till today. It's the exact same. We haven't even grown at all. Our GDP has stayed the same. While in America, it's 2x'd our GDP. The economy in the UK at the moment is in a recession. They want to say that we've left the recession right now as of Q1 2024. Well, that's just lies. We're going to get a double dip recession. And you're so sick and tired of this situation, there is a exit. Welcome to crypto. Join crypto. I know right now BTC's down, Ethereum's down, but I promise you it's going to outperform
Let me tell you a little story, all right? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's called A Day in the Life of an Englishman. Now, picture this. You're in London. It costs more than you earn to live here, so you're slowly accumulating debt. You can't afford a holiday, so you're addicted to drugs just to fucking escape your life. Oh. The weather's shit, the people that live here are even shitter, and they hate each other with a passion, and you can't afford to leave. There's homeless people all over the place. The shops are boarded up because of COVID. Anyway, you wake up one morning to find out your tax is going up because Labour's in. And this is after you, Les, the cost of living crisis, energy prices, interest rates have all eaten that last little bit of extra money you had left over each month from your wage and your outgoings. So now you're proper fucked. And while you're sat there on the toilet in the morning reading tweets from the Metropolitan Police about online trolls and how they upset them, a SWAT team smashes through your bathroom window, straight past you, on the shitter, and goes into your 11-year-old son's bedroom and arrests him for shouting at a police officer. Then your sister rings you. She's recently got fired from her job as a doctor for refusing to ask biological men if they're pregnant. And she tells you that your grandma's just frozen to death because Keir Starmer gave her winter allowance to a country on the other side of the planet that's wealthier than us to help them with climate change. Oh, yeah. It's all getting a little bit much anyway. And you think, you know what I'll do? I'll nip off for a pint to relax. Maybe I'll sit in the beer garden and have a fag. But while you're doing that, you get barred because that's illegal now. So you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a walk to clear my head. Morning. And while you're on your walk, clearing your head, you get stabbed to death. Yes, stabbed to death violently, just walking around the city. Then the Guardian plasters your face all over the news for randomly jumping on a perfectly good knife 54 times that was held by a choir boy. Then your sister's enraged by this, so she tweets about it, she gets nicked. Your son comes out of prison, all right, and he decides, I'm going to protest it because my dad's dead. But this time he shouts at a police horse and he gets nicked for that. But the prisons are too full, so they let out Ian Huntley to put him in. Now, the mad thing about this tale is it doesn't even sound far-fetched anymore, does it? It's perfectly believable. I'll tell you why. Because it's all based on true events. Oh, this is our story. This is fucking England.